Roughly 200 kilometers from the mighty metropolis of Kolkata, on the banks of the Barakar river lies a tiny hamlet called Kulti. Here, almost 1.5 centuries ago, the seeds of a tiny venture were planted that would eventually become the Indian Iron and Steel Company Limited. As one of the oldest companies in the iron and steel sector, the history of IISCO is in a way the history of the iron and steel industry in India. The year was 1870 when James Erskine founded the Bengal Iron Works. An open-top blast furnace at this small unit in Kulti was the humble beginnings that pioneered the production of iron in India in 1875. That same unit also pioneered steel production in India through small open-hearth steel furnaces from 1904 to 1906. In 1918, the Indian Iron and Steel Company, IISCO, founded by the Martin Byrne Group, was set up at Burnpur, a short distance from the town of Asansol. The Bengal Iron Works was absorbed by IISCO in 1936 and steel making started as a regular measure in 1939. IISCO holds the proud distinction of being the owner of India's oldest unit producing pig iron by modern methods at Kulti on the banks of the river Barakar. The Burnpur works underwent 2 overlapping expansions in 1953 and 1955, increasing its capacity to 1 million tons of ingot steel and 0.8 million tons of saleable steel. By the 1960s, IISCO was a blue-chip company traded at the London Stock Exchange. In 1972, IISCO was taken over by the Government of India, and in 1978, it became a wholly owned subsidiary of Steel Authority of India Limited. Since then, it's had its share of crests and troughs, but has always stood the test of time. In the year 2006, IISCO was merged with SAIL, the Steel Authority of India, and was renamed the IISCO Steel Plant. With the foundation stone laid by the then Prime Minister Sri Manmohan Singh, the stage was set for expansion and modernization. The construction of a 2.5 million metric ton per annum modern plant with an investment of over 19,000 crores was started. As a new day dawned on the 30th of November 2014, the Kalyani blast furnace set ablaze the night sky like a phoenix rising from the ashes. This was part of the Prime Minister's Make in India initiative. The modernization of the plant was completed and dedicated to the nation by Sri Narendra Modi on the 10th of May 2015. The new plant is spread over 965 acres. A few highlights are its 7-meter-high coke oven plant, 2 204 square meter sinter machines, 1 4,160 cubic meter blast furnace, 3 150-ton basic oxygen furnace, 6-strand 150 by 150 billet caster, 1 4-strand bloom cum beam blank caster, 0.85 MTPA universal section mill, 0.90 MTPA bar mill, 0.55 MTPA wire rod mill. this has helped grow the capacity of the steel plant over 2.5 times. Today, the steel plant at Burnpur, now called SAIL ISP or ISP, is producing universal sections, parallel flange beams, earthquake-resistant high-quality steel rods, rods for wires, high-quality cold-headed rods for electrodes, and the fastener industry. All this contributes to meeting the ever-increasing infrastructure demands of the nation. But it's not just the modern infrastructure and manufacturing capability that sets ISP as a unique organization. Behind the success lies the untiring efforts of talented and capable human resources with close to 6,000 dedicated workers led by a powerful and synergic leadership team. ISP's corporate social responsibility initiatives have a life-changing effect on the local community and peripheral areas surrounding the township, empowering women, supporting the manufacture of local handicrafts, as well as supporting clean drinking water projects and the education of less privileged children are just a few among its many social initiatives. The ISP-run Cheshire Homes provides facilities to specially challenged children so that equal opportunities are available to all. These initiatives extend to the environment as well. The plant has well-maintained greenery, which is roughly 25% of the total plant, including the township. Over 1 lakh saplings have been planted in the last 5 years. In an initiative to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, ISP has also embarked on a journey to add solar power plants. SAIL ISP है वो जगह जहां प्रवासी पक्षी भी पाते हैं सुकून. Manufacturing aside, ISP plays a unique role in the community, as was evidenced during the last few months while the world was facing the most recent pandemic. A jumbo COVID care center was established with a dedicated COVID ambulance. Doctors, nurses and paramedics were engaged on a contractual basis. An RT-PCR laboratory was established in record time. All departments were supplied with sanitizers and PPE at regular intervals. Medicines and goods were delivered door to door while patients were isolated. In addition, as part of the Annadan program, kitchens were established to distribute food in the region. And the brightest feather in the cap was the supply of liquid medical oxygen when the nation faced its biggest challenge, especially during the COVID-19 Delta variant outbreak. The awards and accolades have flowed. ISP received the Energy Conservation Award in 2020, awarded by the Confederate of Indian Industry, Eastern Region, Kolkata. It also received the SAP ACE Award 2021. There were over 150 nominations that came from across India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Finally, SAIL ISP was the winner for the category Best Manufacturing Transformation. One of the areas in the roadmap is the strengthening of digital infrastructure. The digitization team is focused on 4 key areas: enhancing security and safety of the employees, as well as the security of data and access control; process optimization to improve yields and efficiency; asset management to improve equipment effectiveness and inventory management; paperless office with the digitization of all drawing and documents. The aim of ISP is to have connected processes connected people and connected assets. The future is bright. From humble beginnings over 150 years ago, today ISP stands like a giant in the region, playing its part as a responsible corporate citizen in contributing to the infrastructure needs of India. With its digital transformation, ISP is committed to leveraging collaboration between industry and academia for sharing innovations, discussing challenges and opportunities, exploring research and business opportunities, and benchmarking the automation and digital technologies of today and tomorrow for the steel industry. जो किसी और ने किया वो क्यों दोहराया जाए, जिसे किसी ने सोचा तक नहीं वो क्यों न करके देखा जाए। मिसाल देने से लाख बेहतर है, क्यों न मिसाल बनकर दिखाया जाए।